Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the first episode of Lock Horizon Season 2. This one is titled Shiroi of the Northern Lands. Alright, Season 2 time. Glad to be getting into this now. Season 1 was fantastic. I have very strong opinions of that. I'm hoping tomorrow, maybe, we'll see, should be my rating video at long last. I know I'm over a month late with that, but hopefully we can get to that, and Lock Horizon will be included in that, so I'll give a more detailed breakdown of my thoughts of Season 1 during that. But yeah, Season 2. There are a couple of changes, because we are now watching this on Crunchyroll as opposed to Funimation. Funimation does have Season 2, but if I have a choice between Crunchyroll's version and Funimation's version, I will always choose Crunchyroll, just because the player is so much nicer. It's less hassle to deal with when it comes to editing the picture-in-picture version as well, especially when there's conflicting versions. So I will always favor Crunchyroll over over Funimation. If I have two options on where to watch, it's just the way it is. Crunchyroll's player is just so much more reliable, so much better, quite simply. So I will always choose that one. And the other change is that instead of being animated by Studio Satellite, Season 2 is animated by Studio Dean. Satellites, you'll remember from Symphogear, who we're going to be watching a lot of their stuff in recent times. They also did later seasons of Macross, as far as I'm aware, like Macross Delta and things like that. Never watched a single episode of Macross. I'm sure once the Symphogear train dies out, I'm sure like other series are going to come out that will work, like Macross, or what's the other one? What's the other show that I hear? Like Hibiki Euphorium, is that the one? I'm sure something like that is going to overtake Symphogear once we finally get up to date with Symphogear. Although by the time we get up to date with Symphogear, who knows? There might be a 6th season of Symphogear announced. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, this is now Studio Dean, so I am prepared for a different art style. I'm not necessarily expecting better or worse out of this. I'm just expecting it to be different and take a little bit of getting used to. This did come out 2 seasons after the end of Season 1, so relatively quickly, all things considered, which makes me think that either Studio Dean was planned to take over the second season very early, maybe even during the runtime of Season 1, or this was quite a rushed into Season 2, because that's not a lot of time between seasons, necessarily, especially when you've got 2 big 25-episode seasons. Not a lot of time to really get into it, so I'm not sure if I'm expecting there to be issues with some cost-saving, like you see a lot with things like World Trigger, or anything like that. I'm not quite sure what to expect, so I'm keeping an open mind, but I will try and temper my expectations a bit, because I don't want to expect too much from a sequel. That happens way too much. I expect too much from sequels, and I feel like that happens to all of us in media to a certain extent. Like, whenever there's a sequel, we're like, oh, it's going to be better. It's like, sometimes it's just kind of not. So I'm just being cautious with that, but we set up a lot of stuff in Season 1. I feel like the ending of Season 1 was a little rushed to get some of those plot points out. I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot by trying to do some slice-of-life moments and then realized, oh wait, we haven't got enough time to get on with the next arc. It just kind of was an odd ending point, and one of those situations where, once again, 24, 25 episodes, you've got just a bit too much runtime to actually cover all your content, but you don't have enough to get into the next thing super seriously. So we did set up some stuff of end of Season 1, particularly, whatchamacallit, who was that one character that we set up right at the end? I forget their name. I forget their name. But we set up that one character right at the end as a seeming antagonist, or a like-minded individual to Shiroi, and the one who, I think, cast the world magic that we saw that one time. So very much the Shiroi of the western areas, I think. I think we are heading west, because we asked, what's-his-face? Mage boy Regan, he asked to accompany us on that journey, so I assume we're going into a different location other than Akiba at this point. So I'm quite excited to see where we end up with that. We're only doing 1 episode today. I'll just come up front. I was planning to do 2, but then I realized, oh wait, 25 episode season, we need to do a single episode or a triple episode at some point, and I don't really feel like doing triple episodes. I need to calm myself down a little bit when it comes to videos. I need to take some breaks, because otherwise I will burn myself out again if I'm not careful. So we're going to do a single episode this week, and then we'll be doing doubles all the way through to the season finale. which will be like about a month into the summer season, because we're a bit delayed because I had so many breaks in last season. But yeah, single episode this time, then we'll be doing doubles. Hopefully this episode doesn't require too much of a second episode to really get into it, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's everything I needed to say in preparation of this. Was there anything else I wanted to mention before heading into this one? I don't think so. I've covered the new studio and the new art style that's probably coming. Oh, I know the OP is going to be the same OP, like same song, database. I assume there's going to be a new animation for it because none of those events are going to happen from season 1, so we need a new season 2 version. But yeah, I'm excited to get that version back as well. Not sure what the ED is going to be like, but I'm excited for that. I don't know how spoilerish the previews are in season 2 because we have to transition to a new studio. So I think for this one, I'm going to try the new... See if there is a next time on preview, see how bad they are, and then based on what you guys say on that one, you guys let me know if they're going to be any better or worse going forward, and whether I should keep up my logic from season 1, which was to completely skip the previews of the next episode. So let me know in the comments down below. But for this one, we'll trial it and see what happens. So yeah, with all that said, we're going to load the episode up here as per usual. These are time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full Patreon picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all Patreon picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as Log Horizon Season 2 here. We also have movie reactions, and today is the last day to vote on which movie you want me to watch this month. I think last time I checked, which was yesterday, it was a tie between Makia and Kiki's Delivery Service. So we'll see who ends up winning. If it stays a tie, I'll probably do a special vote in some way. I don't quite know how that'll work, but I'll do a vote of some description just so we can get a definitive answer, because I can't do both in this month, unfortunately, but we'll see. Maybe I'd even favour Makia just because Kiki is a new one, and Makia's been on there a couple of times. Maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know. But, yeah. Here on YouTube, we have 2 timer based. So bottom left of the screen, you'll see a timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play start the episode, I start the episode, and we should be in sync. We watched this one on Crunchyroll this time because I have that option of either Log Horizon or being Funimation or Crunchyroll. I'm going to favour Crunchyroll since it has a better player for me. I don't know if licensing deals makes that difficult for anyone else who's watching. I believe this series is on Funimation, and that pretty much covers both your main bases of licensing. So there won't be any logos to start with on this one. If you have versions with logos, just skip ahead on the logos and then start off. But you can also use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up. And with all that said, let's get into first episode of Log Horizon Season 2, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Oh boy. Oh boy. This looks like a raid boss. Starting off with action. Hi, Katsuki. I'm the Soshiro, right? Who the hell's this? Natsuko? So I'm guessing this is... Sure. OP time. I'm guessing that was the tea party before the apocalypse? I'm guessing anyway. Oh, they brought this shot back. Was that Katsuki dead? Yeah, we're traveling. lot of characters. Mario. Antagonist characters, maybe? There's that girl again. There was the princess. Wondered where she was. There's a flying machine of some sort there, so that's going to be interesting. Alright. Tug of war. After Halloween athletic meet, sure. Swearing on Guildmaster's glasses, sure. Yep. Good damn Mario. Shiro of the Northern Lands. Nope. Interesting. Okay. Glasses supremacy, I swear. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice. Sure. Mm-hmm. Mm. Starting with that early, aren't we? Starting that early. Dual building, Japan server, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Who's just cleaning them? What negotiations are we going through? Okay. Interesting. It's a lot of control. Only level 50 though. Treaties. Mm-hmm. So we've been buying more land, okay. Oof. Yep, that's way too much. I can't let people know that yet. Yeah. Hmm. But. Hmm. Right. They love using that glasses bit. Sure. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. We're gonna try. We're gonna tax people. I mean, that's always how it starts, right? You start with a taxation policy. Uh, oh boy. Oh, we're leaving. Okay. We already set that up last time, but distant mountains. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it does. How does leaving help? Mm-hmm. Okay. Can probably trust those. Mm-hmm. Nope. He's not letting you go alone. Yep. Of course, Katsuki will want to go as well. Yep. Oh. What's she up to then? Trying to root out where those spies may be, I guess? It? The money, I'm guessing? Jesus! Jesus Christ! Yeah. So how the hell are we going to manage that? I mean... Oh, right. Hey, Reagan. He was like asked. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kinja clan, right? Kinja? Mm-hmm. Right. A lot of buttering up right now. Mm-hmm. Very much so. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're using that just to intimidate them? Yeah. What is this treaty? Okay. There is no such thing. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Right. Hmm. I mean, someone's got to put the money there, technically. Right. Hmm. Okay. I mean, considering how everything else in this game has translated now, I think so. Yeah, we did the whole spirit fairy thing. Something has to bestow that money upon them. Depths of Palm, okay. Hmm. Okay. So we can get in, okay. Right. Not gonna answer. Mm-hmm. No point telling you them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. Obviously has no idea what the hell they're talking about. mm. Ancient treaty. That appears from the void will descend into the void, okay. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Hmm. What are you up to, Akaski? I guess we'll discuss that next episode, huh? Christmas. Real world? Huh? Hmm. Hmm? Hmm? What was that a bit all about? Interesting. Henrietta. How's that go? uh, Alright. Next time. Yeah, I feel like these are going to be very spoilerish, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, isn't that... I recognize him. The Outlaw and Myrlyn. Okay. Present once more. So yeah. I think, based on that, I think I'm going to be right in skipping them for Season 2 as well. Let me know your guys' thoughts as well, but I think I'm right in saying that I should probably skip previews as well. Because that was too much. I didn't need to know names of characters we're about to meet. And that Democast guy, isn't that the guy that was at, where we saved, Serena? Or Sarara, sorry, not Serena. That's the same guy, right? I'm fairly certain that was the same guy, Democast. I think that Massachusetts guy, whoever, he's going to be a new character. But Democast, I'm fairly certain, was Season 1, the first arc where we dealt with getting Sarah back. So, otherwise, a very, very good episode. I like how they're setting up the idea, they're setting up their current goals. Need to secure funding. Looks like we're going to have a raid to deal with. They're being cryptic with it. So far, this is exactly how I hoped it would go. They seem to have, well, they've kind of linked in the end of last season a little bit, but they're kind of like just merging a little bit in, and then saying, oh, but this is where we're actually going for now, and then I'm sure that will come back later. It's not a direct continuation from the end of season 1, per se. But it's including some of those thoughts. But yeah. We have been buying up more buildings and such, hence why it's so expensive to rule over them. With funding an issue, we're going to try and go secure it from there. Wouldn't that kind of break the economy, though? That would be a very huge secret to try and keep, though. Knowing that you have a source of infinite funds, well, potentially infinite funds, that would be a real problem, because that would devalue your economy. It's like, what if adventurers find out they're like, oh, there's just an infinite source of money that's coming in? Money would start losing value from that point. But it brings up a good point. Something's got to bestow the money to the monsters so you can get them. Just like something... Well, in theory, couldn't you take that one step further and say the same for XP? What bestows monsters with XP? You could take that another step further, couldn't you? Then you could have infinite XP as well. Maybe. Did they explain XP last time? I don't think they really did. Maybe they could explain it with Spirit Theory as well, the XP thing. Since they are different from how adventurers and stuff revive and stuff. Maybe they could explain it with that. But in theory, you could Right? In theory, you could do the same for XP. Something has to bestow XP upon the monsters so that you can take it. Whilst it's not a tangible physical thing, I suppose that would make it a bit more difficult, whereas coins are physical things that pop out of them. So maybe, maybe it is a bit different in that regard. But still, that was a very, very good first episode. The art style, I actually don't mind. I'm perfectly alright with it. The only thing I really have to say about the art style is that I don't know why, but for some reason, Nyanta looks a bit off. Like, Nyanta's the only character that really looks off. I can't really quite pinpoint why he does. I think his just overall face, especially like the white bit here, just looks a bit too... It looks a little too soft, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. Which makes sense. I mean, he's a cat. But I think overall the designs are kind of softer. There's not as much, like, sharpness to their designs. There is in wider shots, but close-up shots, they seem to differ a little bit. I don't quite know how to really describe it. Just certain shots are a bit softer than what I expect, and it kind of throws me off a tiny bit. But other than that, I'm still very much enjoying it. We'll see how the animation is when we come to like actual fighting sequences and such. We kind of got a little bit at the beginning, but we didn't get anything super important anyway. But yeah, that was a good start. It was a very, very good start. But yeah, I was that like a time skip? I mean, they mentioned Christmas Eve as the time that they both died, so that's in the future. Like Marielle said, that's about a month. In a month's time. Sorry, God, I can't speak sometimes. I guess that's preluding something that's going to happen on Christmas, unless we undertake this mission on Christmas and we both die. I don't know, but that would be the first time. Well, I don't think it'd be the first time Shiroway died, but it'll be the first time he died in the series. And there's a risk of him losing some knowledge there, but Akatsuki also would have died, so I guess they're not so bad, you know? But yeah, overall, good solid start to Season 2. It's more of the same so far of Season 1, which is what I wanted. We're setting up things, so I expected the first episode to not have too much to really talk about. I expected it to be set up and like start to lead into where future episodes would go, so I'm perfectly alright with that. I do like the idea of exploring the money worries and stuff like that. Like, this show is quite political in a way. Like, it focuses on some of the stuff that not many other, particularly shonen titles, would focus on. And that's why I think this show really stands out to me, is because it is different for that reason. It does focus on the politics and the organizational and government side of things. Like, last season focused a lot on government and stuff with E-Style and everything that was going on there. So, I do enjoy that. Yes, it's not the most high-octane, interesting, action-packed show, but it doesn't need to be. Not all isekais need to be the same, and that's why I really like this as a standout and as something a bit different, so. We'll see if I eat those words over the course of Season 2 or not, but so far, very, very enjoyable, and I'm glad to be back for Season 2. We'll be doing double episodes from now on. This is the only single episode a week we'll be doing. Every Friday, we'll be doing double episodes, so stay tuned for all those. We should be finished with this season by the first month, end of the first month of summer, somewhere roughly around there. So that is end of July-ish should be when we start, when we finish up this season, and then hopefully we go straight onto Season 3. And Season 3 is only a single core season, so that should be a little quicker to go through. I'll either continue with the doubles, or I'll just do singles, depending on what the summer schedule ends up looking like. That helps find that, but yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed them as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episodes. We'll be doing double, like I said, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.